I didn't always have the best relationship with my mom. It's kind of hard to get into all the reasons why I think that was. But it seems like our relationship got a little better once I became a mom myself. She always enjoyed her little people. Being a mom with two grown children of my own has certainly helped me realize and come to appreciate a lot of the things that my mom did to make sure we had a solid foundation, make sure that we had everything that we needed, make sure that we could go to all the places we needed to go to, and supported us in all of our pursuits. I also realized that there were a lot of things that I didn't know about my mom. A lot of things back in that day just didn't get talked about. But I remember what it was like at home. I remember a lot of the things that she endured. And yet she stayed in it for us and made sure that we had everything we needed to excel in the things that we did. And she did that without a lot of education herself. But she showed a lot of strength. She had a lot of spunk, that's for sure. She never backed down from a fight. She did whatever she had to make ends meet no matter what. She was creative. She was dedicated in the various things she chose to do. She earned her own awards and recognition. And she didn't just deflate and give up, even when she knew Huntington's was going to be her biggest challenge. I appreciate all those things about my mom. And I think about those things a lot more often than just on Mother's Day. And somehow I've been blessed enough to raise two strong, brilliant, beautiful, grown women who themselves have grown to thrive after being through so much. And I think we all can agree that there were times where it was really rocky. I think my mom would have been really proud of me and seeing what I've become, and of her granddaughters and what they've done with their lives already. I remember the moment my mom told me how proud she was of me, of the mother that I'd become, before her disease got really debilitating. We spent a lot more time together. Once those girls were born, she would babysit. The girls would spend nights over at her house. She would come visit. She'd spend time at the girls' school. She was always at their functions. I remember my nanny on these days, too. I remember them often, and not just on Mother's Day. How strong my grandmother was to bring her family, 3 kids, up to Detroit and work in the factory and raise them on her own, and go on to continue living on her own and still doing so much good for her community. I think they'd both be proud of us. I imagine that maybe my mom would have liked to be able to live on her own. And I think she'd be pretty blown away at what I do for a living and where I'm able to live, and the fact that I've been able to manage being a single working mom, finishing 2 degrees, and then also knowing that her granddaughter has finished 2 degrees, and her other granddaughter with her great job and beautiful home and recent marriage to a wonderful boy. And the fact that they're able to manage life on their own as adults, thriving in their careers. And I think my mom would be proud of the fact that my daughters and I have a relationship that even she and I didn't have. And I'm just tickled to know that I had some small part in helping them become who they are today. But I think what tickles me the most is knowing that I've been able to grow into who I've become, despite the challenges in my relationship with my own mom, despite the challenges my daughters and I had as they grew up. And I feel extremely blessed to be able to see and recognize every day how different a relationship I have with my own daughters than my mom had with me. I am very blessed to be able to experience friendship with my girls. That is something I always hoped for. It wasn't something I always saw when times were rough, but somehow it worked out. These 2 women are incredible, and I am incredibly proud of each one of them. And on this Mother's Day, I make it a point to say I am very grateful to call them more than my daughters, but to be able to also call them my friends.